What was the impetus to create the company in the first place, and why do you think up until this point there has been such a mismatch, or I guess I should say lack of tools for veterans in general?
I started the company after serving in the Navy as a bomb disposal officer for 5 years. Like everybody else who's leaving the service, there's 250,000 people who become new veterans every single year. And all you want to know is what's possible. You want to know how your skills translate. You want to know some of these unique experiences that you may have, which might be of value to a future employer. And so if you can imagine being on base, separating from the military, walking into a big aircraft hangar, and there's employers, very well-meaning folks around the table, and they're telling you what company culture is like, and they're telling you what culture is like. You just want to know for yourself. You want to get inside. And so for many, this is the most anxiety-ridden, high-stakes decision that they'll ever make. I think that whether you're a veteran or not a veteran, there's many structural barriers that exist if you want to live in New York City or you want to live in San Francisco, but you're currently based in a rural part of America on a military installation. And so for me, I just saw incredible untapped potential in some of the people our nation has invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into their training, creative problem solving, and folks who have shown just incredible poise in some of the most high stakes, ambiguous situations. These are the problem solvers that you want around your team.
Yeah, just the values instilled by military service, some of the skill sets, the education as well that I don't always think gets talked about very, very often. In terms of placement for the veterans that work through your company, are there certain sectors or certain types of industries or jobs that they tend to gravitate towards or match up with the most?
Right now, we've started by primarily focusing on technology and media companies. But we do think that almost every company is starting to reinvent itself as a technology company. We've started with technology companies primarily because there's these evergreen roles in the workforce that every company has big chunks of their workforce filling. Things like customer success, inside sales, project management, and program management. And for a lot of technology companies and companies who are reinventing themselves as such, you didn't necessarily have to go to college to be really good at one of these jobs. You have to have world-class communication skills. You have to be able to work well with others. And we think the military is actually probably the most diverse workforce on the planet because it's comprised of people from every single city and state in America, and they learn how to work really well together and solve problems.
I wonder how you would characterize corporate America's ability to change and be more accepting, because there was a time 25 years ago where people coming out of active service were considered too rigid, perhaps, or weren't going to be a good fit coming out of a yes sir, no sir atmosphere.
Yeah, one of the reasons why we are optimistic is because getting some time in a fellowship program or just considering military veterans can often bridge the gap. One of the things that we tell our partner companies is if they're facing hard problems and they're looking around the table and everybody around the table has the same exact experience, you're probably going to run up against the same answers and the same outcomes. When you at least consider veterans, we're not asking anybody to lower their bar. When you start considering veterans, you start to hire more of them. And a veteran hiring initiative can sound like a scary thing, but it can actually just start with one perfect hire. Because the first thing a veteran wants to do when they land in an organization that really values their skill sets is extend their hand and turn around and pull other veterans into their organization as well. So it can start very small and it can lead to dramatic change in a very short period of time.